Hello, Cancerians. Welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. We are going to do a fairy reading for you, Cancer. Yeah, and thank you for being patient. It's been a long, hot minute since I was doing readings for the Zodiac. It's been, I think, 1 day short of a week, of 2 weeks. 1 day short of 2 weeks. So we're going to get started with this, Cancer. We're going to start with the fairies. We're going to see a card that comes out for you, the message of that to you. We're also going to look into Wild Unknown Animal Spirit Tarot deck. We're going to find out what you're being asked to release. What are you being asked to embrace? Hidden factors that you are unaware of. We're going to explore those. And find out the energy approaching you. There's also an extended at the end of this reading. The link is at the top of the description if you are drawn to it. So, Cancer, let's get started. My dear Cancerians, it's been so long. It's been so long. Cancer. Get out of town. That's interesting. Very interesting. So, I did a collective reading a little while just before this one. I did it with the fairies. And when I started that reading, I had mentioned that there's now a card in this deck that hadn't been here before. If you're familiar with this deck, like if you have it yourself, you would know that there's a card that comes in this deck that has nothing on it. And the intent of this card is for you to create your own fairy. I've never done that. I didn't have, I wasn't compelled in any way to do it. But I felt very compelled to put this card in the deck. Because to me, it symbolizes a point of emptiness, and what do you fill that with? So if you haven't guessed, it's the card that you got. But what's so intriguing about this, Cancer, is the card at the bottom of the deck is the Dark Lady. This card is nothing but white and light, correct? That's what it is. It's white and it's light. And this is the Dark Lady. It's two polar opposite energies. Now, because there's nothing for me to read from this, yeah, there's not even a number up there. So it's called Fairy Guide. To create your own. I do want to say that this is an opportunity for those of you that feel compelled to do this, to create your own fairy. To create your own fairy that has something to do with light. With light, a feeling of emptiness that is not a feeling of emptiness that leaves you feeling heavy. This is emptiness in a sense of releasing a burden. So, this is almost like you get a little exercise if you want to do it. I mean, there's still a full-on reading that's going to occur here. But I think this is an opportunity for you to look within. And you might even find it through the darker aspects of yourself. This is very Cancerian. I like it. You may find, by looking at the darker elements of things that trigger you, things that you've struggled through emotionally, things that have challenged you in this lifetime, things that you have had to survive through. How can that translate into this light? How can it translate into an emptiness that feels without burden? An emptiness, so, because we can say, well, I feel empty inside, especially for cup energy. Because, you know, emotions are all about being a Cancerian. And definitely two sides of that page here. For me to you with this card, and I like what this card does because it's very intuitive energy. It's reading this for you specifically. The light, the emptiness that I'm getting from this card is the emptiness, if you can imagine an eagle soaring. And look, like behind us, imagine like this is a scene where you would see an eagle soaring. Not carrying anything, no tags, not owned by anyone or anything, just soaring. It's an emptiness because it carries nothing. As opposed to an emptiness that could leave one feeling sad or heartbroken or heavy or weighted down with burden. This is free of burden. Would you like me to read the Dark Lady to you? Because it's very intriguing. The Dark Lady is an energy that does not come out to play with everyone. Not everyone can understand the Dark Lady. Not everyone can understand. I'm really slurring on my orthodontic device right now. It's been a while since I've talked a lot. Not everyone can understand that the darker aspects are actually what show us the light. So this energy can be misinterpreted by many. It can be feared by most. It can be persecuted. It can be yeah, there's things that I want to say that don't happen to this energy because this energy does, it's above that. Like, people may try to manipulate this energy, but it can't be manipulated. And when I say that, like, if you kind of harness any of this where you kind of understand that the darker aspects of life, the challenges in life, are what will in fact show you the light and the freedom. There are people that don't see that. And usually it's because they're not comfortable addressing with what can be dark inside themselves. So they may try to manipulate you. They may try, because you may show them something that they're not comfortable with. But there is no growth in comfort. Growth does not come without growing pains. So number 20. This is your underlying. Remember? This is your little project if you'd like to do it. The Dark Lady. Unconscious power and wisdom. Rituals, mysteries, secrets. The Dark Lady is the high priestess of the mysteries. She understands how to surrender to divine power, to unity. She has a profound, intuitive knowledge that is only to be found by looking deeply into our own beings and natures. We find her through meditation and sleeping within inner peace, ecstasy, and total despair. I am writing this at a time of the dark moon, which is her time. She is the guardian of beings unborn, of unconscious ideas, and of seeds spreading in the dark, cold earth, tender and fragile, and as yet unready to face the bright sun and the winds of spring. She holds the embryonic hopes we have not yet realized we have. The Dark Lady is the mistress of spiritual ritual. The purpose of a ritual is not the power it allegedly has over gods or spirits or fairies, but the very real power it may have over us, putting us into a state of consciousness where we may better connect to our own magic and to other world beings. The Dark Lady understands that ritual is something we surrender to and we allow to unfold us, rather than something we do or control. You see that? I feel like whoever's getting this, who really needs to hear it, who's connecting with this message, will recognize that this is something that many people will feel very uncomfortable with. But they don't want it to unfold them. They want to control it. When we have been through a living cycle, birth and growth with the maiden, nurturing and fulfillment with the bright mother, releasing and letting go with the lady of the harvest, it is the Dark Lady who passes with us through the night of endings and death, whether of the body or of the soul, or simply of something passing through our lives. It is she who holds and guides us as we reconceive ourselves and prepare to be born anew. And as simple an act as breathing, we see all four of them, inhaling with the maiden, the moment of fullness, with the bright mother, exhaling with the lady of the harvest, and the moment of empty, waiting, stillness with the dark lady. Do you get all that in this? This is amazing. This is a really amazing reading, Cancer. I mean, there's something really, really profound for you to be found in a rebirth, and it's empty. It's without burden. I really encourage you to draw what this is for yourself, to conceive it, even if you just draw it in your mind's eye. She is there in our very last moments of deepest grief, helping us to move forward to the stillness and peace of the place beyond grief. Our sorrows are transformed within her. She teaches us surrender, walking with us through the valley of the darkest shadow. She is there as we experience the ecstasy of release. Then she guides us back to this reality, renewed and illuminated. From her come those spiritual awakenings that seem to blossom within us out of nowhere. When we travel through the darkness, inner or outer, we learn the strengths of the Dark Lady. So in your reading, we may reach the realm of the Dark Lady through grief, through deep surrender, through ecstasy, or through profound ritual. This card in a reading suggests that it is time to withdraw from the ordinary world, to revitalize ourselves through the retreat and surrender to the source. Unity in the song of ecstasis. This is a time of preparation for rebirth, of restoration and regeneration. What is hidden is getting ready to be revealed. Celebrate this passage through the unknown, rich, fertile, hidden realms of the Dark Lady. This is the time in the natural cycle of life, when we open ourselves to and receive the inflowing energies of Himself. When we become powerful, overflowing with the life force. It may also be a time of prophecy, magic, and foretelling of the potentials of the future. A time of self-awareness, self-knowledge, and encounters with the hidden worlds. Meditate, retreat, seek serenity and inner peace. I feel like, as I was reading that, this white light to me was like coming through the birth canal, approaching the birth canal into a new beginning. The light, the brightness, like never having witnessed that before. There would be, you would not be able to see any detail. And think of an infant too, like their eyes are not fully developed when they're born either. It's just this bright light. It may just appear to be completely empty, but there's so much beyond what you can't see. All right, then, so let's go into the tarot. Let's see what we got here for you. It's almost like this Dark Lady, you know, the questions that we ask, what you're being asked to receive, to embrace, give some information about hidden factors that you weren't aware of, like what's beyond this bright white light that you can't see, and the energy that's approaching you, is to take a deep breath and get ready to plunge. As you do that, you will release and you will embrace. A birth that all of us have gone through is releasing the comfort and the safety of what you've always known. The cards are dying to talk. It's been like 2 weeks since I really, prior to doing the collective reading, done anything with my cards, and they're so dying to talk. Taking a deep breath, but you can't take a breath in the birth canal. Maybe it's a bearing down yourself as you come through to get ready to take that breath. good stuff on the end of that white light for you, Cancer. Can you see that? What are you being asked to release? The Daughter of Cups. What are you being asked to embrace? The Lovers. Hidden factor that you aren't aware of is the Six of Wands. Energy that is approaching you is the King of Cups. Here you go. There's an energy that is very suitable for you. I feel like a very deep, mature level here is what this reading is about. Oh, the Fool card sits on the bottom. Very interesting. This was on the bottom of the deck after I did the collective reading. So there you go. What you're being asked to... Okay, what's going on here? You're being asked to almost come out of the birth canal. Come out of the darkness. And in that point, when almost as you're crowning almost through your birth here, as you crown through this, you leave behind the child within, the infant within that was maturing. And you literally, this is your underline, right? This is your underlining, and this is what you're being asked to embrace. Like this infant, it's almost as if the minute you step out, the minute you leave the birth canal, you can't see what's on the other side. It's just blinding white light. And you probably can't hear anything. You can't hear anything. You can't smell anything. Think about it. All that amniotic fluid will be in there. If there's anything, it's just kind of muffled. You're taking a step. You're moving forward. And as you take that first step, as you crown and come out, you are like this chick. Look at these two little chicks. The symbol of like this youthful, very, very young, very innocent in a way. But as soon as you step off, you soar. That's what you're being asked to embrace. It's almost like the universe is going to have something right there. As soon as you crown, you birth into this new cycle. You soar. Allow yourself to soar. Because what you're unaware of, you have complete victory. Six of Wands. And look, and what you're unaware of, like look at this butterfly is flying too. But all these wands sit below. But you know what's happening? This is what I'm seeing, this is what I'm hearing. Is the wind comes through, and there may be things that you might perceive to be dangerous to your journey, to be potential opportunities to fumble, to stumble, but the wind will come through here, and because of these wands that may look precarious to you, they actually serve for your victory because it moves the wind and creates the wind as something that serves you, releases you. The Six of Wands is victory. What may look like an obstacle, if you allow yourself to soar, so if you feel yourself moving in a direction towards a new beginning, allow yourself to do that and watch the universe help you along the way. The energy that's approaching you, so this isn't you. I mean, you could say this is your energy, but I'm going to clarify. You know, I love to clarify. I feel like it could be sort of this wind that I'm talking about. It's going to help you soar as you take that. You take that first step off the branch. As you're leaving the branch, you're still this little tiny chick. But the minute you were completely free of that branch, the emptiness, the open possibilities, open your wings and voila, you've literally gone from newborn to adult in a millisecond, falling off that branch. So what is the wind, Cindy? Like, you're going to walk out the door and say, I think today I'm going to try for that new job. Or I think today I'm going to tell that person I like them. Or I think today I'm going to do whatever it is. I'm going to get in my car and I'm going to save gas because the wind's going to blow me. No, it's probably not. Maybe, but it's very symbolic, right? So the wind, but we all serve each other in different ways. We're all connected in different ways. So the energy that's approaching you is something that will help you soar. It's a person. I feel like it's a person. And it could be with the Lovers, what you're being asked to embrace. There's two here that are soaring. Let's clarify. I have to clarify. Sorry, I'm looking at the Dark Lady card. And I want to clarify it, but she's not. I'm just getting a look. Like, you just feel it. No, don't. Okay. So, what are you being asked to release? This Daughter of Cups. This is, wow, the Three of Cups and the Three of Pentacles. Childlike games. I'm hearing like childlike games. Childlike games. I don't know where you're going, but this is like, this is very adult energy. That's the only way I can describe this. Like, this is very, very adult energy. And this is the underline. You're being asked to release like this little tiny, you're stepping off into something. This isn't a place where, and it's really funny this is coming out, because the extended in this reading is all about your inner child talking to you. Because what I want to say is like this isn't child energy. Like, this is very, very, I'm just getting like very deep and mature adult energy, whatever that means to you. So you have two threes with this clarifier. The Three of Cups and the Three of Pentacles gives us a 6. So you're being asked to release that as well. So there's more here in this. And I find that interesting because the Lovers is card number 6. And then, in fact, that you're unaware of, is a 6 of Wands. So whatever you perceive before you go through this shift, this change, is not the victory here. Because you could say these two threes are making a 6 to give you victory, to give you choices. But you're being asked to release that because there's something different here. There's something very, very different. Where you're going is very, very different from where you've been. But what you've experienced has lined you up for where you're going. You know, does that sound strange? But like, where you're going is very different from anywhere you've ever been. However, where you've been is lining you up to have success to where you're going. So, what are you being asked to embrace? The Lovers. The Nine of Cups. Perhaps a wish fulfillment. The Lovers. The Lovers. The Emperor. Wow. This, I'm telling you, this is a very heavy, no, heavy is not the right word. I want to say, a word for this. This isn't, there's no room in this energy that you're approaching for like little games. There's no games here. But it's not heavy, it's not oppressive. It's very mature. So I want to say too, if you've been in relationships with people, whether those are romantic, platonic, friendship, whatever, work, if there's been some level of immaturity or inexperience, you're going into an energetic cycle that goes way beyond that. It's almost like going from kindergarten to last year university. Like it's just boom, you're going right into something much bigger and more expansive than where you've been. So what you're unaware of is Six of Wands. I mean, victory here. So how is this victory coming through? What is this order? None of that matters. The Chariot, the Six of Pentacles, and the Sun. That's pretty victorious. Movement, there you go. Making a decision to move. As soon as you make a decision to move, the universe supports this. As you step off the branch, that wind comes in. There's balance here. You will have the opportunity to give from a higher place. I like that there's a little child on this horse with the Sun card, because this is wish fulfillment. This is seeing everything very clearly. You know, and as you're approaching the Sun, you almost have to pass it. As you approach the Sun, it would be blinding. You almost have to like go right past the Sun. And you see it. You see the clarity here. There's a lot of sixes here. Six of Wands, the Lovers with the Six, the Six of Pentacles, the Three of Cups and Three of Pentacles coming together to make another six. Because six is about restoring harmony, because they're coming after five, and five is usually like the Five of Pentacles, the Five of Cups. Those are difficult. Difficult. Five of Swords. What did I miss? The Five of Wands. All the fives are difficult. So you're coming into a whole bunch of sixes. So restoring the harmony, again, because what you've experienced in the past, so if you're coming out of a bunch of fives, it's lining you up for where you're going into the future. But it's not the same, which would make so much sense. Because if you're restoring harmony, you're obviously not staying in the energy of the fives. You're moving into the sixes, but yet what took place in the fives is lining you up for victory. So the energy that is approaching you is the Five of Cups, or the Father of Cups. That's interesting that I said it that way. So, where there was disappointment in the past, there is not. The Ace of Pentacles and the Tower. This is big. There's something really big sitting, like lying here. This Tower card is the first sort of like indication of a card of what I'm feeling here. Like, it's big. It's big. It's very, very mature, stable energy. If you've been dealing with people in the past that have not been very mature and stable or energetic, I just want to say, it's changing. A new beginning here. An offer of a new beginning. And it's really changing the direction. It's a shakeup. It's shocking, surprising, unexpected is what's approaching you. But this isn't one of those Tower cards. It's like, oh, like me. Oh, guess what? You gotta move. Oh, no. This is a good one. Oh. This is a really good one. The Five of Swords is at the bottom, and then the Star. And then the Six of Swords, and then it's reversed. See what I'm telling you? This is all, you're going from a cycle of fives, some element in your life. Five of Cups, disappointment, not working out. Five of Swords, you know, you gotta burn bridges if you have to, because it's just too difficult. You can't allow things to continue to go through that bridge. The energy is all wrong. The Five of Wands, competing, inner conflict. What are we missing? And Five of Pentacles, feeling left out in the cold, feeling, hearing disillusioned, feeling rejected, homeless, all of that. Turning that 5, healing it with the Star card into the Six of Swords. There's another 6. It's interesting too, the Tower is 16. And the Star card is 17. Interesting synchronicities going on here. I want to. I'm almost done here, but you know, okay. No. I'm not allowed to. I told you, you don't mess around with the Dark Lady. I'm not allowed to clarify her, but I am being told to pull something out for this white light for you. And perhaps it's an inspiration for how you view where you're going. I cannot make this shit up. I cannot make this up. You got the Judgment card to clarify this card. Going into the light, the bright white light, going through the birth canal, crowning, Judgment, rebirth, new beginning, coming out. Just, I can't even. I love this card that I put it in there. It's so profound for your reading, Cancer. Holy crap, holy. The Seven of Wands and the World. You know what I'm hearing with this? It's at the bottom now. I'm hearing that your new beginning has been guarded and protected. However that comes through for you. If that's somebody holding a space, a spot for you in some aspect of life. If it's the universe just allowing things to play through in such a way that your new beginning is safe. It's held for you. Your cycle change is held for you. Your cycle change is held for you. Your cycle change is held for you. That's what that is. That's just fascinating, Cancer. That was an amazing reading. I really miss doing this shit. I really do. I did. I'm so glad I'm finished moving. So, yeah. So I'm packing the odd thing here and there. I'm going to go do the extended. It'll be interesting to see where that goes. See, I'm going to pull another fairy card. It's going to be your inner child, the energy of your inner child at this time. And then your inner child is going to talk to you. So we'll see where that goes, which is interesting. Because this is a very mature energy. It's almost as if leaving behind. I'm hearing like childhood games. I'm still trying to get the right terminology, wording for what this is. Sometimes I find tarot is difficult. Different words. I wish we were all telepathic and I could just beam it to your brain. But maybe some of you are getting it. You know what I'm saying? All right. Thanks so much, Cancer. Until next time, to be gentle with yourselves. Bye.